Why it's too dark here?
Because I don't have my lights on. So I have my door open, so I don't want to get the insects to come in.
Mhm.
So, how are you, Beena? How are you?
I'm good. Are you?
Oh, I'm just happy you're here. Happy you're here. Hello, Beena. Hello, how did you sleep? How did you sleep?
Oh, I sleep well.
How is
Sleep well.
Edna this morning?
Hmm?
How is Edna?
I'm not getting it.
Mount Edna in Sicily is a famous
Mhm.
volcano. It has a woman's name, you know. Mama is okay this morning.
Oh, yes.
You
Much
seen her?
better now.
Oh, did you give her a hug?
Yeah.
You did? Oh, good. Oh, good. Excellent. I'm gonna close my door. I tell you, I don't know what they do upstairs, but they up and down making a noise. I don't know. It's like it doesn't, you know. Now, just before 3, I hear them doing stuff. Heavens knows what they do. And they're not getting up to go to the toilet either, you know. I don't know. Or if they are, they just seem to go in circuitous routes. Just
No.
fascinates me. Strangest, strangest thing. Odd behavior. They do smoke a lot. Smell it at all sometimes in the night. I smell the smoke. I didn't this morning, but maybe they're getting up to go to the fridge because they got the munchies. You know, marijuana gives you increased appetite, like severely. It can. Sorry, it
Mhm.
can. So maybe that's what it is. It's very strange what they do. Now other people sleep. You know,
Mhm.
there. You might not hear footsteps so much. You know, when you're walking, you don't think you're making a noise underneath you.
Mhm.
Might not realize it. So I was on. Donna came on yesterday evening. We had a good
Mhm.
long chat. It was very fun. And it was good though too. So she was going through with the relationships.
Mhm.
We were just going through things kind of in detail, looking at them, so like what's happening, you know. Um, so she said, she mentioned this a long time ago that she'd made a list. I don't know if you remember, you know. She made she made a list of what she wants, and then Steve came knocking at her door. So I said, well, make a new list, you know. So then she went through her relationship since 2003, 2005, because then she was sort of in a funk, and you know it was a time of just getting herself together, and so uh, so she did. She so she said she had a relationship with Ken, and then with Mark, and then there was a big gap. Then she made the list, and then Steve. But she said after Mark, she said no, no more. I don't want to have any relationships. No one, nobody. In other words, she'd set an intent to not be in a relationship. Then she comes and makes the list, and she sets another intent to be in one. But the previous relationship, the previous intent is still active. So if you set an intent to not be in a relationship and to be in one, you're going to get
Wow.
the odd, peculiar relationship she has with Stephen, right? Where look, they did the house, everything. don't think you heard this part. And they were approved, and then he just of his own accord, without even discussing it with Donna, says to the people, "No, we're not interested." After saying he was, it was like really weird and stupid. Anyway, so you know, so there's not something going on with Stephen right now. I don't know. I know she says Stephen's an angel, at least this and that, but I don't know. I think it's just Donna's wondrousness, her magicalness, her good nature and loving heart and goodness and everything. Her seeing of mourners. She sees a mourners that's potentially there, but not actively there. He just seems like a bit of an nincompoop to me. I'm sorry to say, but anyway. So now she said the new intent made this list of all the qualities of things that she want, and I said, Ken was. She loved Ken very deeply, but he was an alcoholic, and you would hide the alcohol in the house around stuff like that. Um, so So it was a great relationship, except he was a alcoholic. I said, put on your list no compromising qualities, right? I mean, she put on, they must be honest, they must be caring, they must be kind, all of this stuff, right? But this is a very important quality to put on because, like that,
Yeah.
he had all the things on the list except he was an alcoholic, and that's a compromising quality. So you got to have and then again, that's a very severe thing, and that would be covered by honesty too. But there could be other things, just a quirk, which if it forces you to compromise, you don't want to be in a relationship like that, right?
Mm.
You don't want to
It's a
be in a
good.
relationship where you're forced to make severe compromise.
Oh my God. It's a key point. It's
Yeah.
a key point, but we all miss that. I don't know about, but I feel that
Mm-hmm.
nobody I ever
Correct.
listened to make an intent to
Mm-hmm.
pray for. Mostly intents are in prayer form, so I
Yeah.
never heard anyone say that. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very, very important point. Very important. All right. So uh, now, then I also said, yes, you want all the qualities on the list. It's interesting when she makes the qualities, you know, love didn't immediately focus on because they're qualities of the kind of a person you want, right? But you
Mm-hmm.
want to add on that list that you have love, a particular kind of love, and it's not just regular love. It is, and you don't want to say it's romantic love either. Okay, yes, she wants that too, but and romantic in both senses of the word. There's a little R, romantic love, which usually just refers to libido connectivities activities, right? That you have a physical relationship. It's important to Donna, but and so that's usually what people mean with romantic. But then there's also kind of capital R romance, like the romantic era, where you chocolates and flowers and you make nice gestures and what all that type of stuff. Okay, which is usually a bit shallow for me. That stuff I've got to say, me personally, I don't know. But anyway, so then I said, no, we want to also make sure that you put on there that special love in which somebody sees your foibles, even your flaws, and they see them, they know them, but they love them. Like I said, okay, Donna, maybe you got scars on your stomach from your surgery, when they did from the baby skin, it
Oh
was,
yes, oh yes.
and they removed the excess skin that she had from her pregnancies, where they she didn't end up with the belly button and they had to make it anyway.
Yes.
So I said, now somebody who loves you in this particular way, they will see those scars and they will just love the scars and they will be just the most beautiful thing to them, right? That's the kind of love that you want in a relationship. Okay. So she said, yes, yes, yes. Very important. Very important. I said, all right. So now you've got Mr. Ideal there. And I said, even go. Some people, how tall they are or what kind of hair they have, or this is important to some people. okay, it doesn't matter. It's your fantasy. It's your dream. It's your intent. You can put whatever you like on there. It's not necessarily shallow. Okay. So anyway, so she didn't put any stuff like that. She fooled around a bit. Said, "Oh, they must be at least 6 foot tall." I said, "How tall do you want? Like, is it any height? Can they be like a 7 foot giant?" And she said, "Oh no, no, between 6'4", 6'3". But then she said later on, said, "I don't care how tall they are. It doesn't matter." She was just fooling around. So I teased her. I said, "Oh, about 5'11" and a 3/4." I said, "Well, that's. I think that's my actual technical height, 5'11" and a 3/4."
Ah.
But dang it, I don't make it. I'm not 6 foot. Anyway, I was just teasing her. So I said, okay, now we've made your list. You've added on things like, you know, no compromising qualities and special love that lets you see their foibles as flaws. Okay, so that you don't have to suppress and tolerate anything. Right? This is important. You don't want to be suppressing yourself to say, yeah, they go with this nonsense, but I'll just tolerate it for the name of love. No, you enjoy their quirks and their foibles, whatever those might be, right? Or at least according to you might be, because there's going to be stuff that people do that's a little different, So, all right, so it's important. And I said, right, Donna, now that we've made all of this, we've looked at what we do want and also at what we don't want. Okay, so this is important, Um, and that one quality, it's a catch-all. It pretty much captures the whole thing, because he said, "Oh, they must love." I said, "No, they must love Riley." Yes, and they must love dogs in general. She said the same with children. So, okay. Uh, but I said, now, what about you? What do you need to do in order to be, in the space where you can be in a relationship like this?
Wow.
Well, this is what everybody forgets as well. They want. You remember that show? No, I doubt if they have it in Pakistan just because of the title, but it was called, you know, uh, Sex in the City. I don't know how else to say it because it's the ring of it. You may have seen this somewhere. No, never, not on Facebook even. Anyway,
Nope.
okay, so it was about these four women in New York. Okay, and about their dating and their travails, and they're always talking about Mr. Ideal and all of this stuff. But never once in that entire show, it was a very long running show, never once did they ever talk about what they needed to do to get their ideal man. They always complained about, the guy this, the guy that, whatever, and I need a guy who can do this. And they made this, same, had their ideal criteria. He must be this, he must be that. Never once did they say what and they were absolutely, absurdly just like, come on, shallow and vain and petty and childish and demanding and, oh my God, just spoiled, It's a very interesting show from a psychological perspective. But man, oh man, it just revealed this. It's like, come on, you want this, but you make no effort on yourselves. Self improvement, no. This was okay. Beautifying and prettifying, yes, this they did plenty of. But self improvement, no. They just assumed that they were worthy of this guy and appropriate for this Mr. Wonderful. And then when the one girl did get it, the main character, she messed up the relationship. The big surprise, It's amazing. So anyway, but so I asked Donna, okay, so what do you need to do? So this was quite interesting. There wasn't much on that list, very little. She just had to said she had to let go of things like in the past that she was such an idiot, that she was so naive that she didn't see things that it kind of like it sits with her, but it's like a botheration for her that she was so stupid, and said, well, do you get upset by the fact that when you were a baby you didn't know anything? No, you didn't know nothing as a baby. Okay, see, yeah, but this is late in my life already. I said, so you just stayed a baby a little longer than others. Well, I don't know why trying to, I guess she feels like guilty or ashamed or, embarrassed or whatever, says, yes, let go of that. So I said, Now, let's think of it in like a little bit of psychological trickery. We do need it sometimes. Think of it in connection with this this man you want. And I asked you, is it important for you, man or woman? In today's world, you got to be sure. Okay, no, it has to be a man. Okay, for some people it doesn't matter. They just want to be in a relationship with somebody. It doesn't matter, man or woman. It doesn't matter. So okay, they could be in a really deep friendship and have everything else. Okay, they might not have the physical relationship, or they might have that too. Okay, I don't want to pursue. So anyway, she says, no, man. I said, okay, now in the context of this man coming into your life, all right, if you think of this and you think of holding on to this, you know, this thing of, okay, I was such a stupid idiot. You say, and you have to choose which one. Then you're going to say to your mind, it's going to say, oh, hell no, get lost to all of you. I don't want anything to do with this. This, belief or this hanging on to this, botheration about having been so naive and stupid. So be gone with you. And if it's you or my dream man, I'll choose my guy anytime. You see, so the mind is kind of funny like that.
I'm not getting what do you say?
I'm saying, okay, if you were to ask yourself and choose between this holding on to this this botheration that you were so naive in the past, if it comes to holding on to this botheration or choosing your dream man, it's no choice. It's like,
Oh,
duh. Of course, it's like, but it's a leverage mechanism to say, be gone, get rid of you, be out of here. I don't want you affecting my relationship. You see my point?
yes.
It's an intent motivation to get rid of stuff like that. And then there was one other thing, I forget what it was, but so okay, she's setting that intent to get rid of it. And then we also cancelled very specifically and deliberately cancel that intent where she said, I don't want to be in a relationship. So the new intent is, I do not want to be in a relationship, double negative, right? So I don't
Yes.
want this. So very important. And, if it's just completely, when you take those two intents and you merge them together, you get to a peculiar relationship with Steve. Everything seems perfect, but he doesn't really want to move in. He doesn't want to merge households, even though he lives right next door. The new house, he says yes to sign it, and then they get approved, and then he says, no, we're not interested. It's like, what the hell? So he doesn't even tell her, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. Dude, that's not messing up. It's like, come on, man. How do you mess up on something like that? I don't know. I think she overestimates him a bit. Okay, now fair enough. You're in a situation where you want it, and that can cloud our perception a little bit, when we want things a bit too much. You have to be very careful. So, like Beena's very cautious with things like this. It's very
Yes.
good, Beena. Your caution. It's very good. Very good. It's very good.
Um,
So anyway, so that was very productive. It was very powerful. She said, "Oh,
but
she says, wait, last thing." She says, "Oh, I've got to make a list." I said, so what about you? I said, "Ah, I'm good. I'm good." She pressed a little bit. She said, "No, I can't say more." So, like, oops, it's like a bit tricky. But
I don't get it.
she said, "I must make such a list."
Hmm.
Yeah, which is appropriate. It's like, okay, why not you make a list? Because I did say, when we talked about, because I made that post about the universe is my
Yeah.
lover, is my, I'll take the universe is my wife. And she said, you know, she sees posts like this a lot of times, and it's a bit a botheration to her, because of this kind of either or kind of a thing. But I said, no, it doesn't have to be an either or. Just because I'm in a relationship with the universe, or with God or Allah, it doesn't mean I can't be in a relationship with a person as well. Yeah,
Mhm.
not at all, right? So,
Yes. So,
hmm
so what you made? She was asking you.
No, I didn't make a list. I said, no, I'm good. I said, I've got everything the way I want it to be. I don't need to make a list. So, but there was implication to it, So I had to say, well, I can't talk about certain things, and when time is right. So it's like, okay, and then I kind of minimized it a little bit, went away. So it's all right.
I don't get it. What you are saying now?
I'm saying that she was pressing that I need to make a list to get into a relationship, because I said, oh, for me it's important as well. The same thing with her; it's the same importance. I want to be with somebody, want to be in a relationship, want to be in a house with them. Same intent.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, well, what about you? So when then I said, no, I'm good. I don't need to make the list. And then by implication, that, well, why not? So I had to just say, no, I'm good. So I had to kind of wiggle out of it. Let's put it that way. Because she pressed about making the list. So
Mm-hmm.
so
So
anyway,
what you said?
I just said that. I just said what I said. So I didn't go anywhere. And she was tired. I was tired. So I just kind of took the bit of energy that was on it, and I kind of minimized it, and I de-emphasized it, and it's gone. So it's not an issue. So
Okay.
just interesting.
So the first thing is that it is something natural to me that okay, I'm not really into these things.
Which
It's
things?
not like that. This relationships and all. I never
Yeah, yeah,
thought about it. I never thought about it seriously, and that's why maybe, and it could be a deep-rooted uh, uh, that fear that people are different and they are not like who they are, and
oh, it's
then
good.
that that unwanted attention I was getting. And by
uh,
attention, it is again, I need to clarify that it was because my mind was so sharp, or my intuition was so sharp, so I was understanding that what is happening.
yeah,
Uh, Again, I'm so blessed. It's very peculiar that okay, so blessed that I never get into any trouble. Thank God. But I was feeling that, and that feeling was really disgusting, and it was scary. That
yeah,
what is that? That what people are feeling? Their feeling were like it was obvious that okay, they are not what they are seeing. And this makes it more scary for me because unknown is always scary. When you know something, you don't feel scared anymore. When you see something, you don't feel scared anymore. But when if something is unknown, something is not visible, always assume maximum beyond like any limitations and all these things. So the fear is always of unknown. For me at least, it is always unknown. Like okay, oh, so like we feel more scared of when we see oh someone might be hiding here inside this house. We feel scared of. But if when you know that oh these are people and they're doing this and all that, that
yeah,
50% of fear already gone. Okay, you know that what they are up to. So for me, the fear of unknown was really.
yeah,
I later on I figured it out that because I was not really aware of, so this fear is really deep seated in my
but
mind,
but Beena,
and
your fear is also a valid fear.
that's why I'm really not into, yes,
Hold on, Beena. Hold on, you're breaking up.
even though I feel something, I'm really cautious because I don't want to ruin my or other person life. My quality.
You don't want to ruin what? I lost you, Beena.
Mhm. I was closing my windows, open windows.
Oh, good, good. That'll help. Yes, yes, yes.
Please go for another. So,
Yeah. Yes, that'll help tremendously. Yes, yes, yes.
so I was saying that I was really cautious, and still I am really cautious of that. I don't want to ruin my and other person's life.
Hmm.
Like, oh, the idea, okay. What if I'm not getting my feelings right?
Yeah.
What if?
No, to be cautious in this is quite fine, Beena. Again, there's no hurry. You know, it's not something to rush in. What is a couple of months or a couple of years in the light of the rest of your life? You know what I mean?
Yes. This is good.
So it's all good, Beena. It's all good. There's no rush. And beside which, what we have is wonderful right now, is it not?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And okay, sometimes I do miss things which are obvious, but I need to make it obvious. You know that it is something I'm working on, but
Yeah, yeah. Say that again.
I'm saying that sometimes I do miss things which I feel that which I would expect I have understanding in my mind that oh it is obvious, but we
Mm,
need to say that. So
I think your mic might be a bit covered. You sound a bit muffled.
yeah, okay.
Huh?
Now
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
um,
There you go. There you go.
so you have already cleared about so many things in your life. You have this. I don't know if the word is right or not, but capability that you have to that. Have to love many people at the same time. And you made it clear for me, but it is obvious, but still I wouldn't say that you are under no obligation, under no restriction of to make any decision for your life.
Yeah, you again went muffled, Beena. Sorry.
I don't know what is happening. I'm not changing anything.
Oh, can you put your mic closer, maybe?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So I think that you have already said that from my side, I need to say that you, you are under no obligation, no restrictions, no limitations to make
To make anyone?
any decision.
Oh, right, right, exactly. It's same with you, Beena. That's it. We're having fun. Everything is beautiful and magical and wonderful, and that's all that matters. Just enjoy it today, right? There's no need to make any decision right now. So, what? Don't. That's exactly it. Yeah. So it's magical, right, Beena?
Yes.
Fantastic. I just love the magic of things. I just love the magic of things, Beena. What will happen, right, Beena? Right. Beside which, you know, the things aren't going to be happening soon anyway. So, if you don't chill and enjoy the now and start looking towards the future, then you are going to be pressing on your patience, right?
I don't know why slide is not working properly because
It's
when I
because
tried,
it's probably because you're in the drawing room.
further away
You're further away from the modem, right?
But slides is not working since last night.
It's
It's not
because you
working.
you're further away from the modem. Did you hear me now? Where'd you go? Bina?
Yes.
Did you hear? I was saying, are you further away from the modem?
Yes, you were saying that, but
Mm,
when even um, I was in lounge, still it was creating problem.
okay.
And again,
Okay.
was
All right. So, Bina, then what I would recommend, when last have you rebooted your laptop,
hmm,
right?
I I don't remember now.
Exactly. So just shut all your windows and just reboot, and then just come right back.
Okay,
But that should help usually.
okay, I'm doing.
All right. See you soon, Bina. See you soon. Ah, love you, Bina. Love you, Bina. Let's get this going again. Let's get Facebook minimized. And let's slides. Edit fakers, fidelity. Let's get out of this. Hmm. Six, go forward. Did here. 6, 7. So yeah, it's working for me, Bina. So let me log out, and then log out you as well, and then we both log back in, but you first.
I just close the site directly. So
Say again.
I've closed the site directly, like from the window.
Hang on, I can't hear you. Hold on, Bina. So you just have to go to yeah. Let me scratch in. You just have to go up top here. Where it says
Oh yes.
log in, log out, and then what happened? You logged out, and then what happened?
No, I haven't logged out. I just closed the window directly.
Okay, well, open it again, and then log out and log back in again.
Okay, now I'm logged out. Okay. But before I was in your view profile.
Well, you have to log in with my login. You know.
Still in order.
No, we in slides now, not in Pixabay. So it's not
Okay.
Soldinada. Soldinada is just Pixabay. Yeah. How are you getting these options to log in from? It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember which login I gave you for this. But it's not Soldinada, that I know for sure. Uh, okay. It's Solenilivia at nobilia.org. Did you hear Beena? Solenilivia at nobilia.org. The password
Okay.
is Sedona1.
With caps or something, you said that?
Sedona, the S is capitalized, yes.
Okay, now I'm logged in. So,
Okay, you logged in now?
yes. And to self-trust rules.
So it's working fine?
So far, but when it comes to editing,
Oh, I see.
no, sorry, we are having trouble connecting. If the
Oh,
problem is, contact us here.
oh, okay. Let me log in and see if it's on my side too. It could be they're just working on the site, Beena.
It is from yesterday.
Hmm, interesting.
I'm
Okay.
logging out. Okay.
Yeah. No, don't log out. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about
Ah,
it. Okay. Yeah, you see, I can go fine. I can edit. Hmm. Hmm. That's strange, Beena. So, which inner self-trust, which module?
I was trying the first one and the third one also.
Okay, so session 1. This one, Beena? Sorry,
We're not
I don't know. First one could be, session 0, the introduction. I'm not sure. So this one, you were doing this one?
right, right. I was just checking right now. I was just checking that okay, they are allowing me to edit or not. So continuously, yes, this is clean
Yeah,
and
look,
this.
look, 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 Veena. It's on this module. It's this particular one because I was just in. Okay, so log back in again, or if you did log out, go to add VS. Oh, I need to change this. I need to change this, rename. I need to make this PSP, right?
Yes.
Okay, so go to PSP.
Can we
And
try another module, another session?
okay, so you did session 3, you said?
Yes, I guess.
But you see, I already know, Beena, that you see, I'm having problem in the self-trust one. I'm getting the same thing. But
Also,
don't go back to self-trust. Go to OutBS or to the, oh, I didn't update that, into PSP and see. Why didn't it save it? What's going on here? Uh, hmm, hmm.
it is updated now, PST.
Yeah, yeah. It didn't for me. It went back. So okay, but go to PSP and just look at the first one. See if you can edit that first one. Corrupting justification.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a problem with the self trust for whatever reason. Huh. Okay. Well, because I can't get into self trust either. That's interesting. All right. So we work on this then. That's all there is to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check while you out of it. You in the, okay. Well, whichever one you're in, I'm gonna check all of them. Session 1, I checked. So session 2, I'll check that. Ah, ah. Right. Well, I've already done session 2, the audio. Session 3, I don't think I've done. All right. I'm gonna just check for the. What did you want to do there? You still working on up? Yeah. See, none of them I can do so far. It seems.
Now I'm just in the first one, module 10, session 6, crafting justification.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you in. That's the point. You can edit. You know. So. Mm,
Agreement. Um,
what?
the myth of agreement, and I'm just looking at a slide with a tree and sunset or sunrise. There is a group of dynamic at play, which is insidious, corrupt, and subtle,
Mm.
and the right consent, and validation, obvious, outwardly embodied.
Beena, I'm really having trouble hearing you. Do you want to maybe try a different headset?
I will try, but I'm not sure what I have. I had three.
There. Now you're fine.
Well,
What were you doing? Were you leaning differently? Were you changed your position? What happened?
I changed the position of my
There you
headset.
go.
Yes.
There you go. Now it's working better. Much
I was
better.
just, I was just admiring your slide.
Right. Oh. Which one, Beena?
uh, okay, the one with the tree and the sunrise or sunset. I feel that it's a sunrise anyway. So, and the quote, the myth of agreement. There is a group of dynamic at play, which
Oh,
is
so you're in module 10, session 6?
yes,
Ah,
corrupting justification.
just, yeah. Ah,
It's a small one. 10 session 6. That's it.
yeah. Some of them are very short like that, So I have to make, okay, well, while you're in there, let's make the tasks.
Okay.
Because I have to do the tasks for this one and then session 5. And you know what? I think this is actually, oh, Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me just fix something because there's a session 7 and I don't have it in this category, so I have to fix that. So, yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
made a post of this again?
How do you mean?
Mm-hmm.
A post of it again? I don't understand.
Of the relationship of a lifetime. Hmm.
Oh, I didn't mean to. It
Oh,
just it came up twice in my memories for whatever reason, but I didn't post it to the group again. No.
on May 13th, you posted that again. So it is
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. 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 But I just shared it as a memory. But I guess sometime in the past I'd made it, I'd reposted it or shared it as a memory to my timeline, so it comes up twice. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
So all right. So let's look corrupting justification. Did you like this? The opening slide?
Oh yes, it's different,
Yeah.
and not only different, but it's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just just different. Just I mean to grab your attention. All right. Legitimacy and validation were not inherently determined by criteria such as ethics, logic, and reason, are then proven by alternative means such as like-minded agreement and association, which are subtly leveraged to validate, pushing the notion that when others believe it, it must be true. If others validate it, it must be so. It's a deception of mutually reinforcing personal dishonesty. Okay, so what is this? Uh, what is the task or question that maybe comes from this? I want to say maybe go back to primitive psychology, right? And say, uh, okay, how did the idea that if others believe it, it must be true come about way back? Basically we're going back in the early days, and well, if people generally believed it and people were generally honest, well, then usually it was true. But this became corrupted, you see, over time. The scurrilous decided, and or it's not just that they deliberately get corrupted, but the general population could believe stuff which seems to be true but isn't, you see. But in
So
general, if everybody believes they can walk on the ice, well, then you can also walk on the ice. The ice is thick enough on the pond, you see. Um, but sometimes you have misbeliefs like that. People believe that, well, if there's fog in the morning, it's going to be a I don't know, somebody's going to die or something like this. They come latch onto misbeliefs, superstitions, in other words. And so, but it's come about from things like, well, if everybody walking on the ice, must be true. So that's what it's founded on. What people generally believe is generally true. But that's also when you actually start to look at beliefs, that's it's that to believe. You don't really believe the ice is safe to walk on. It's just a fact. So you have to be sure to not confuse facts with belief, you see, but that people do for the most part, right?
can we ask them to just go back and share where in their life,
There, your mic is good. No, there's a bit of wind across your mic, it seems, but that's better now.
where in their life
Yes.
they have with this idea or belief that because it is coming from other people, so it is
Yeah,
legitimate and valid,
yeah,
it
yeah.
affects them physically, and it's still it is in their life. This idea.
Okay, so hang on. So what is this? What you want to? What in your life do you believe? Because everyone else does believe. What was about the feeling? Sorry, in your body? I didn't get that part.
Not feeling in the body. I was just saying that
Oh,
it is still present physically in your in your life.
ah. What in your life? So how do you want me to word this?
What okay, what idea or belief is still exist in your life physically, which comes from okay because everybody else is believing in that, so it is or doing that, so it is legitimate.
Can I just say it like this, or must I say physically? Because I don't think it's going to be a bit confusing for people physically.
It could be physically also, like okay, people say that oh, you need to be skinny. Okay,
Uh,
okay,
well, it can be
just
any
because
belief. Does it have to be a physical one?
okay, it could be, but okay, I just want them to look around in their life and
Uh,
feel that what is physically still existing.
what belief or in your life?
Or okay, it could be anything like okay, you need to wear certain type of clothing or colors because you are of this complexion. These type of things. It could be anything.
Okay, there you go. Uh, oh, come on. What ideal belief, which is physically represented, if you just look around you, and if you just look around you, what idea or belief, if you look around you, and then I can say in your life can go.
Yeah.
Do you believe because everyone else or others believe it? Okay, that's good.
Oh, yes, and you can tweak
Uh,
it.
I can tweak it. And why do I need to tweak it? So it's good.
Okay, if it is good, then it's good.
Unless you feel, I mean, I don't know what more do you want me to do. I thought that's
Nope.
what you're doing, right? Okay.
Nope.
All right. Okay. Let's go back and look at the. All right. Let's see. Mario 10. Some are even shorter than this one, by the way. Unfortunately, this belief just helps spread corruption and inevitably leads to a stained result. Yeah, not strained, stained. Not to mention the complications and problems now caused by those means. Solving one problem at the cost of creating others is no solution at all. Polluting the world to clean up an island is hardly beneficial. Good people often succumb to BS logic when they become immersed in some focus or other they believe in. Whenever we compromise our ethics, we enter into BS, a slippery slope which only leads to the dung pile.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
All right, which is true though. Whenever we compromise our ethics, we enter into BS, a slippery slope. Okay, so let's ask them. Okay, I see. There's a group dynamic at play which is insidious, corrupt, and subtle when the implied consent and validation of BS are willingly bought into. Right. So, good people are also vulnerable to the myth of agreement. They very much can fall prey to the belief that if everybody thinks it's good, it is. All manner of horrors in history have been perpetrated in the name of this myth. The idea that agreement constitutes rightness or goodness is just BS. If we look at superstitions, we quickly see the lie and nonsense of this belief. Okay. So, but I want to ask. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I should have come right here to do it. You gotta write these things down quickly. They go quickly. So, uh, and ethics. Hmm. I want to shift it upside down now. Oh. Okay, you like this, Beena? Give an example of your ethics and ethical position which you hold, which is different to societies in general or that of friends and family. Do you like that?
Yes.
So I make this effort in all of these, Beena, to okay, these two are basically sort of, you know, understanding questions. Then
Mm-hmm.
this one is to say, I'm assuming you are not a BMN. Give me an example of how you are not. Right? See? Like that? Makes sense, Peanut? We want to have this, the positive association. Right?
Say it again.
We want to have a positive. We want to keep this our questions. We always want to have it, especially the last questions, to be in some way positive, building up, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, what I look at this one. This one assumes that they crappy. This one assumes that they're good. See?
Mm.
You see the difference? It's important that we also assume that they're good. We don't just assume that they're not so good. You see?
So okay, you just remove that one.
No, it's good. You can have both. Doesn't matter. They can just say, I don't have any, and then they give a positive. You see? That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I want to say, what are societally believed goods which aren't really? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to give these the background. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to cornerify them as well. Okay. Hello, Beena. Hello, Beena. Hello. I like to be chuckle. Makes me happy, Beena. Makes me happy. Makes me happy when you're happy. I like hanging out with you, Beena. Okay, here we go. All right. Do I need anything more in this, or can I just leave it like this? What do you think, Beena?
Hmm. We can add a different color, but okay, it's good to make it a bit more colorful, bit
Yeah,
pleasant.
I
It's
do agree with. I do agree with Magical Beena. Okay, here we go. Oh. Mm, 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 mm. I need to crop it, Beena. To get rid of the white space. You know what I mean? To have as little of the white around it as possible. Okay. See, now I can make it bigger and kind of fit it in there. Yep, like that.
the background is still a bit obvious, no?
It's okay.
So this adds a color. So yes.
Yeah, yeah. I can duplicate it and put it somewhere else, but you know, it's enough. It's enough, right? They don't all have to be a lot. Some can be just minimal. Just then you don't always have it. Just okay, right?
Yes. It's good. Overall, it's good now.
All right. So we jumped around a bit. So okay, let's go to where we need to start. So that was,
Look who's talking.
yeah. Well, you were there, and so we need to go. Well, we need to do 5 and 7. We've done 4 with Scott questions, so we'll just go 5 and then we'll do 7. All right. So you like this one? Completely black and white.
Yes, but it's still the background is beautiful colors, so it is good.
Right, right. But also with the emptiness. Say
The,
again.
because it is about ethical emptiness, so yes, it makes sense. This
Okay.
graphic is adding moreness, so
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So let me ask you, do you see? Let me ask you this here on this in the tree, right? What is ET holding?
What this tree is holding.
No, ET. ET in the tree. Can you see ET in the tree?
ET in the
ET.
tree.
Yeah. You know E.T. from the movie E.T.?
Yes, yes, I know.
Yeah. Can you see E.T. in the tree? And what is E.T. holding in their left arm or at their left side?
Wow. No, I can't.
You don't see E.T.?
Oh, let me make the bigger screen.
Yeah, yeah, you have to make this big screen to see. Yeah.
No, sir, I'm not getting it.
Okay. Over here. What do you see over here? What do you see over here, Beena? No, you don't see E.T.?
No.
Okay, there's the eye. You see the eye and the head? You see the arm over there? And there's the shopping bag. Right? You see it now?
Yeah.
E.T. in the tree with the shopping bag. It's too funny to me. I love it. I love it.
The shopping bag.
Yeah, E.T. in the tree with the shopping bag. Who knows? E.T. is E.T. Okay.
Ah,
Isn't that too funny? You like this one?
I like this one. I
Yeah.
have the yellow color. And okay,
Yeah.
this yellow color is a bit off here from all the color themes like pink and black and
Oh, you mean the
green.
yellow text?
Yes, the yellow
Ah,
text.
ah, ah.
Because it's two earth tone and the others are not. So
All right. So let's make it pink then.
mm, okay, let's try.
Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay. But try something else too.
You tell me which one to choose. This one, yeah, maybe
Yes.
light salmon.
Okay. Now it is getting.
More?
I know that it is, no, it's okay because no, it's I know that it's not really matching the background, but it's good.
Hmm.
It's good that
Well,
it's not.
that pink matched the background. I thought
Yes,
matches
pink
this
matches the
background.
background.
But, you know, this one here, violet.
Yes, try.
See, it
Hmm.
matches the color pretty exactly. Well, it's not really
Yes,
violet, but
but it's okay. It's look good. It looks good. Yes.
which one do you
Okay,
prefer, this one or the other one?
this one.
Okay. The misbeliefs that agreement equates rightness cannot be used to manipulate the absolution of corrupt conscience. The root belief of the conformity mindset that if others do it, it must be okay, and thus it's a validation, is a myth. Both goodness and crabbiness need to be determined by their own merits, else we end up with the lowest common denominator. The crime of BS in general, the cancer of BS, lies in the constant pulling down of everything, lower and lower, until we're all in the dung pile with the BSer, until we're all lower than them, until there are no standards, no ethics, until we're at that level of emptiness and indulgence where the BSer resides and where they're comfortable.
Hmm.
It's a dreadful thing, the way they live. Indulgence
Yes.
constantly drags us down into a place where responsibility and ethics, standards and values, and anything which requires some measure of effort that's not indulging infantile desires doesn't exist. Well, well, there's one more text. I might as well read it. I want to talk about indulgence. When we understand that the BS's psychology hasn't matured past that childish stage of wanting whatever it wants, no matter what, then much becomes clear. They've learned that much of what they want is not okay, but they've also learned they can manipulate their wants and desires into being okay if they can get others to agree with them. BSs love the myth of agreement as it enables them. Okay, so we are going to ask. Okay, it. Give some examples. Personal or not. Okay, that's a good one, right?
Okay.
Okay,
What is it? And give some example, personal or not. Yeah, good.
okay. So let's look at this last slide. When we understand, oh, I love the myth of agreement. Okay, okay. I want to say something about. Um, I was trying to go. What's the opposite here, Beena? Let's go. What would be the opposite of all that we're talking about? Okay, independence of being. All right. Mm, what the heck happened here? Right, Beena? You see the task? I want to shift it into positive.
Get the
Looking at
opposite.
the opposite of infantile desires and their justification. What do we get? In the context or together person?
Mm, yeah.
You know? In other words, what would you answer for this?
In other words, what I would answer for that? What do we get in the context of a together person? Peace of being,
What's that?
peace of being.
Piece of being. Yeah, but I mean more in terms of, yes, piece of being, but looking at the opposite. What do we get? Yeah, all right. Yeah, I meant more like, yeah, piece of being, independence of being. Uh, what about the opposite of infant and desires? What do we get? Is this what would that be?
Attunement with rules, of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very good, very good. And also your aspirations, right? Wouldn't
Oh,
aspirations be the opposite of infantile desires?
yes. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Deliberate choice, right? Okay. Okay.
And, okay. And self motivation
Yeah.
instead of just getting something from outside or
Yeah.
justification and all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what the hell happened now? Ugh, really, I type and then suddenly it just goes away. So come on, don't do that to
Oh,
me. Some choices you have made as to what you want, which are not indulgent choices, but mm, some choices you have made as to what you want, which are not indulgent choices. Well, I'll leave that a small c, but more choices of moreness, which you have chosen for yourself, chosen
By
by
yourself,
yourself,
yourself.
for yourself. All right, hang it. There we go. Chosen by yourself, for yourself. Okay, you like that?
Yes. I'm reading a post uh, in group. A boy said, "Oh, I'm a desperately lonely boy."
Mm, and do you like my response? What do you like? What do you think about it? What do you
I'm reading.
say?
I'm
Uh,
reading. Just check here in group, share, comment, and engage.
all right.
Without agenda except sharing, and the connection will come because
And he
when we
hasn't done any of that.
oh yes.
I and as a consequence, I suspect that that post is a bit disingenuous.
Yeah,
Mm.
like he was looking for something.
Yeah, like he's looking for sympathy, or oh, you poor thing, get some attention. I don't know.
Wow. Okay, now okay, these pictures are good for emptiness, but not for indulgence.
Oh, I'm just putting in at random. I wasn't looking to match it. Just taking the first and nearest. I just
I
so
was
have
thinking.
something in there. I want to put
I
some
was
color in
thinking
there.
of. Okay, okay.
Oh, let's try this one. Oh, I'm very much just kind of, this is just hurry up stuff, not putting too much into it, Beena. Just oh, and what happened to perfectly land? So there we go. How you like that?
Yes,
You happy? Okay.
yes.
Well, now it's representing reaching out to the mourners. You see, not indulgence. I want to rather focus on representing the positive, right?
Yes.
Okay. And also, now that I look at it, there's a bit of positivity in this bleakness, and these are your personal choices. You see, that exception. Like what's the opposite of infantile desires? Together, person. Together people are as yet in the minority. So come, Donna, come, Donna. I know you went to bed like, oh, 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 oh. Have you got full screen up? Go full
Yes.
screen. I
Now.
want to show you something. All right. So remember, I said that I need to find pictures of Beena the Plunderer. All right. So
Oh yes.
picture number one, take your allies. Okay. So here's picture number two. See, it's Beena the Plunderer striking a pose, looking all stylish. Oh, oh, Beena the Plunderer. Just after her plundering, look at how you've plundered this poor thing over here. It's like, gosh, dang it, causing havoc there. Oh, you really plundered it very thoroughly. Okay. But look at your fanciness. Look at Beena's stylishness here. Oh, very Vogue. This has been in full warrior Vogue mode. All right. There's more, Beena. There's more. Oh, there's little Beena looking very fine in the yellow. So you got that Beena in the yellow. And then you get a close up, I think. There we go. You see? So, okay, Beena, I don't know if this is showing a bit much skin for Beena, but all right, Beena's in plunder mode. So, all right, yeah, that is what it is. But I had to get, this is the one I was looking at. I said I had to get it in yellow. This is her costume, so very appropriate, very appropriate, right? Oh, I like this picture. This one, I don't know, it just reminds me of Donna. That's why I have it up here. Doesn't it?
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this picture. I don't know, I enjoy it a lot. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, all right. So there we go. Beena the Plunderer. Beena the Plunderer. You like it? You like your outfit, Beena?
Yes.
You do? All right.
Yeah.
There you can see it with the full boots and everything. You see. All right. So I said I don't know if this is a bit more of a tan than not. This is the only character I have that's vaguely humanoid. She's Norn, which they're bigger than humans. They aren't human. They're called Norn. So there are humans in this game. So, but I think your tan is not. This is she's a bit more tan than you are, right?
Much, much more
Much
than
more,
that.
much more
Yeah.
tan. Okay. All right. Oh, well, okay. So I like to make my characters mix them up a little bit, not to just have it all the default. So
It is
sometimes,
way more
sometimes I
than
just go with
more
the
than
default. But this is the only character I have she's the closest to humans. So
yeah.
and she's very big. If you see her compared to regular
That
humans,
is good.
like
That is
I don't
good.
know, she'd probably be 7 foot tall. I think something like that. So you like the
Okay.
screenshots, Beena?
Yes, it's beautiful.
I have thousands like this, tens of thousands actually. This was hard to get, right? As the explosion, the monster is attacking, there's shooting with that cannon, the cannon that you were standing next to. You see, he's trying to. This is a counter plunderer. You say, "Oh no, no, nope, sorry, plunder's all mine. You can't be coming and plundering my plunder. Nope, 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 sorry. Okay, here you go." So statue, artwork. This is we're in the city now.
Yeah.
This is something else. So they're just jumping around all over the show. This is a upside down ship inside a
Oh,
cave.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge cave. This is like, you see the stars there, and it's upside down. You see, this is all upside down inside this cave. It's quite an amazing thing. So this is, I don't know, just some. There's another. Oh, this is underwater this time, sunken ship. So yeah, there, it's swimming. This is my other character. No, not that one, not this one either. Those are NPCs. These are Solvari, the plant people. They literally born from a seed pod. So they live in a very beautiful place. You see, look at this. Isn't that amazing? Um, look, see, this is a big tree. See, this is all parts of the tree. You're all inside a tree. You see, layers in the tree. So you see,
Beautiful.
this is a different place now, different tree. But yeah, lots of there's like the pods that they get born in out of. You see, they get yeah. So they born from a tree. Then they're born fully grown. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. So you see how this is all tree, tree roots and branches that have been shaped in the pods in the trees in the tree city. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, all right. We'll get lost in the spinner. We'll be here for hours. So okay, there's Beena the Plunderer again. Do you like your outfit here, Beena?
Oh, yes.
A little bit more demure. See, there we go. You're at least fully covered, right? Very stylish and all not wildly colorful. Right? I don't know. You got some fancy head deal going on. I don't know what's up with the expression here, but all right. This is a mace, Beena. Now, you see this mace here? It became an extremely powerful weapon, and that's a royal scepter. Is That's what a royal scepter is. It's just a fancy mace, and this came into fashion because at some point, all the bishops and cardinals they were fighting in wars and stuff, and then the Pope said, "No, enough of this. Just representing this one and that one anyway." And they had their own little armies and stuff as well. Even it's amazing. This is way back in history now. So the Pope said, "No." you're not allowed to use the sword.
Uh,
I'm trying to get them to not fight. And I said, okay, never mind, we'll use a mace. And then they discovered that the mace is actually very, very powerful weapon. Well, especially in close quarter combat, if you got shield against shield, you can't really use your sword. There's no, if you're all jammed up together, there's no space to swing it. But a mace, you can even just with your hand up here, and just this little bit, because you got that excessive weight on it, you can still deliver a blow with it. And you just need to dent the armor, and then it cuts him on the inside, and that's enough. You got this dent in your armor, and it's pressing on you every time you move. It cuts you. So so it just became a symbol of power, the mace. So, and you're a necromancer in this, yeah, a necromancer, and you've got this is like a little thing that you've called up from the dead. I don't know what this creature is here. It's not part of your. You've got like 5 or 6 of them allies. It's one there, there's another one here. It's just weird creatures. That's a third one back there actually, and they serve you, they help you. So it's pretty cool. This is, they call them, I don't know, a tree spirit. Yeah, so they're pretty cool creatures. These, you see the tree coming out of it and everything. So this is also one of your creatures in the front here. So yeah, you control all these creatures, and there's a little army. You're very powerful. You walk around this little, one man army, one woman army. It's very cool. All right. Oh, I haven't played game for ages. All right, let's go back. We got to work. We
okay,
got fun
but
stuff to do. We got
I
other
gotta go.
games.
I gotta go
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
It's my
Okay.
time.
Can
So,
you wait for just 2 seconds just to read the first slide here of Vacuous? Look at this one. I made this little tree with a thing. You see? Isn't that cool?
uh,
The
oh
double.
yeah,
It
yes,
it looks so natural, right?
yes. I made one slide yesterday when I was
I know. You make them.
uh, uh, but but later on, I did something more on that.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
This is good.
yeah. Okay, so I just want to get a quick notion for the task here. The difficulty with this particular. Okay, so this one here is, if others agree with me, I must be right. The difficulty with this particular BS belief is that when it comes to determining truth, rightness, and goodness, we're really on our own, a responsibility few are willing to undertake. Lest we're prepared to be BSs, however limited, we have to be willing to stand alone when it comes to the responsibilities of being a good and decent person. Okay. Okay. Never mind. I'll make the things. You go. You go, Beena. You go. All right. Beautiful, Beena. Hey, where your cover, your profile pics?
Uh, I was feeling a bit uncomfortable.
Really? Okay.
I was
Okay. Beena,
after that
Beena.
previous episode. I feel uncomfortable showing my pictures and all that. It seems
All
a
right.
bit odd.
All right. So maybe take them and go to Lunapic. I'll put the link in Messenger for you, and fancify them a little bit, artify them, like this, like the one behind my back now, and then put it up there. Then it's not directly of you. Then it's just kind of arty. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Oh, and also we can look at some of the trees, those bare trees. You can make them pretty there too. I'll show you.
Okay, I will do that.
All right.
Okay, exciting.
All right. Love you. Love you. See you soon. See you soon. See you soon. All right. Bye bye, Bean. Let me go put you on stop share. Oh,